Fundrise account update week 14. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Another week, another update. We've been doing this for 14 weeks now, investing with Fundrise, and this week has been the best week that I have ever had while investing with Fundrise, and it's not even close. So really excited about jumping in and showing you guys what has happened with my account, from the weekly investment amount to the appreciation and the dividends and the overall returns. Just really happy with what has happened with my account, ending off 2021. Super excited about 2022 and what the year has to offer. I'm not looking at changing anything that I'm doing with this account. Maybe increasing the amount that I am investing weekly based off of how much income I generate through selling real estate, but that will be for another video at another time later in the future. So without further ado, let's jump over to Fundrise and see what's happened. Okay guys, so here is the overview of my Fundrise account. So all time in terms of how much money I have made from my Fundrise investments is $12.43. Now, if you saw last week's Fundrise update, then you would know that is drastically different from last week. Last week we were just over $1. I think we were somewhere between $1 and like 20 cents, something like that in terms of our overall return for the entire year up to that point, and it has jumped up basically another $11. And so I just want to jump into it, talk a little bit about what I think might have happened, and just express to you like how excited I am, because I've seen returns like this in the past. Obviously last year was insane for appreciation in the entire real estate market, and so if you were in at all last year in real estate, then you probably saw a lot of your properties and or some of your investments appreciate really well, which is awesome. I think part of that probably plays a piece into this, but I have a different idea in terms of why I think I all of a sudden appreciated $10, $11 in my account all of a sudden, with nothing really happening in terms of what I've seen as far as news. We have 53 cents that were paid out in dividends, which is really awesome. We knew that this was going to happen post December. I've talked about this for the past basically 14 weeks, that I wasn't sure when my dividends were going to be paid out. It's once a quarter, and so quarter four of 2021 ended in December, and it's now January, so they pay out the month following the end of the quarter. So my next dividend payout should be in like April, I believe. So we'll see how much money we make in dividends between now and April, because I'm really interested. We made 53 cents last quarter one. If we can beat that 53 cents, I would be really happy. The goal here is to just incrementally beat the quarter before. I don't have to win month by month, but I do want to win the quarter overall. So we'll see what happens. Now, appreciation, nothing has appreciated so far in quarter one, which is fine. I did appreciate $11.90 in total for quarter four, which I honestly was not expecting. I was not expecting that at all, and I'm really happy with the turnout there. My historical account value, we started October 8th with $10, and we started off by putting $10 in a week, basically for 7 weeks, I believe. Yeah, so, and then we bumped it up to $30 a week, which we've been doing for another 7 weeks, and just watching the account slowly grow over time. If you look at my goal, it's to build wealth. We can go into the details here. The target amount is $1 million. The target date is 2071. I talk about this every week. I want to beat this target date, and the only way I'm going to do that is by investing more money more consistently. And so as I start to make more money through selling real estate, I'm going to incrementally increase how much I'm putting in here, as well as work on a Robinhood account, a Webull account, and my M1 Finance account, which I want to bring to the channel moving into the future. If we look at the, estimates, the range in which I could end up in terms of how much money is in my account, depending on the market during that time, January of 2072, I might have somewhere between $567,000 and $2.6 million. We don't know. And honestly, it might drop down to 0 or it may skyrocket way above that. This is a range. This is an estimate. We don't actually know what's going to happen, 50 years from now. But the goal is to have at least $1 million in this account. And if I can have more than that, that'd be great. If we go over to performance, year to date, nothing's here. This is very, very weird for me. Okay, so this is a new year for me. And because this is a new year, I've never seen this. Okay, so return data will become available at the end of the first quarter. So I'm not going to have any of this information until basically April. That's interesting. That is really interesting. And my annual returns, once you've invested for at least the previous year. So this is new. This I've never seen on my account because it just gave me quarter 4. But this right here is a little different. I guess because this was my account value all the way through the quarter 4. So we have a partial 2021 beginning period was $0. As of right now, we have $262.37. My net returns $12.37. We have 6 cents of dividends that haven't been paid out. Net cash in is a total of $250. I'm really curious, are we able to see my portfolio? I guess it's right there. We can jump over to that here in a second. Pending transactions is $30. Right now, if you look at the overview, it says I have just under $300, $292.43. $30 of that is pending, so it's not actually in the account. It's not in shares yet, but it will be basically this time next week. So $250. Well, I guess technically $262 because of the appreciation. Let's go over to the portfolio here. We are in the interval fund. Okay, so this is a fund that you can buy into for $10, really just $10 a month, and or however often you want to put $10 in. And once you get to a certain account value, which I think is $1,000, you can then upgrade your account to basic, and then you have a little bit more variety in terms of what you can invest in. But I have 100% of my money into the interval fund. The cost of shares is $12.81. So I went and looked back at the previous, or at my previous video, last week's update video, and the NAV per share price was $12.20. So that's a 61-cent increase. I have 20.445 shares. And if we just do the math really quickly here, we do this. Okay, so it's 20.445 times 0.61 equals $12.47. Now, that is roughly the change in price. It may not have been the 20 shares because I had money pending at the time, so it may have been a little bit less in terms of how much money, but that shows you the appreciation. Basically where that $10, that $11 came from was from the NAV per share price just kind of jumping up dramatically, it seems like. Unpaid dividends, we have 53 cents still unpaid. But it says, okay, so we do have the 53 cents hasn't been paid out yet. At some point this month it will be paid out. If you look at the appreciation, it's appreciated $11.90. I don't remember it doing this before. Maybe it has. The really cool thing though is that the interval fund is still ramping up. We're dramatically like the amount of money that I'll make should dramatically change as this continues to ramp up. And I don't know if I've said this before, but in the future, as soon as I hit $1,000, I'm turning this into a long-term growth account because I don't necessarily care about the cash flow coming from this account. We have physical real estate that my wife and I have purchased that we get some cash flow from, and we're looking to buy at least 2 more properties this year. That's the goal. And I mean, there's just no reason to make this a cash flowing account when I could just build this for growth and draw from it later on and build physical real estate, cash flowing real estate portfolio with my wife, and we can use that to fund whatever it is that we want to do on a day-to-day basis. So this is what's going on with the account. Really, really happy. There hasn't been any new projects added, I think for a week or 2 now. So maybe here soon we'll have something new and I can update you guys on that. But really, really happy with how my account has done so far. So I guess one of the questions now is, moving into 2022, should you or should you not be investing in Fundrise? And the question is, that is up to you. for me, I think it's worthwhile. I've had nothing but a blast. I've really enjoyed the platform. I think it is wonderful, and I'm investing in an asset class that I really, really love and really, really appreciate. And I'm doing it in a way that's a little different than having to go out and put $20 or $30 or $40,000 down in order to buy a physical property. In any type of investing, you should be doing your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and so what you should be doing with your money is on you and the people that you speak with, and the research that you do, and the professionals that you meet with. You should never invest just because someone else is. You should never put your money into things because someone tells you to. Only do it after you've done your due diligence, and only do it after you feel comfortable putting in money into something that you could possibly lose. For me, losing this $300, would it suck? Would I be upset? Yeah. Is it going to make or break me? No. And I'm willing to lose that, and I'm willing to take that risk, knowing that the ultimate, I guess, benefit of investing definitely outweighs, or the positives of investing definitely outweighs the negative of possibly losing this money. If I was at Vegas and walking into a casino, I might be a little bit more hesitant to gamble because I'm more likely to lose my money there than I am to do it here. But at the end of the day, this has been a very, very good platform for myself. And as you can see, you do have moments of great appreciation and great dividends, and those will only begin to grow and I guess compound over time. You know, for 14 weeks, we've consistently invested into this account, and I really haven't done anything other than talk to you guys about my experience, and my experience has been great. So if this is something that you consider you want to do, I'm gonna have an invite a friend link down below in the description area. Go ahead and click on it and use that to create your account. What it will do is it will waive 90 days of advisory fees for you, and waive 90 days of advisory fees for me, so you don't have to pay for them to manage your account for those first 90 days. See if it's something that you like. If you enjoy your Fundrise account, then maybe you'll continue and invest for the foreseeable future. If it's something that you don't like after that 90 days, you can stop. I know that once you put your money in, it's kind of tied up for I think around 5 years. So make sure that this is something that you want to tie up some money with. But even then, at the end of the day, if you put in a couple $100 and you're comfortable with losing that, and you don't need it today, you know, in 4 or 5 years when you are able to take it out, maybe it will have appreciated and grown a little bit, and you walk away with maybe $1,000. Who knows? Point being, love the platform. I think it's awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and hopefully you're beginning to see the power of compounding and the power of consistency. And yeah, I am excited about the future of this, and I'm excited about the future content of my YouTube channel and the other investing that I'm planning on doing this year, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Oscar, and I'll see you guys in the next video.